Very. Thank you.
Director's briefing the president in 20 minutes.
What do you want me to say? I know Saudi Arabia is a powder keg. Every Middle East expert is on the news predicting another Egypt or Syria and a global oil crisis. And we just tapped out of 2 wars. Look, I'm sorry. We just can't rule out a wider terrorist operation.
I'd like to convey some kind of confidence in our suspect.
Look, I'm not going to say it just because they want to hear it. I've had this for less than 3 hours. We're still assessing Hani Jibril's involvement. Look, I think we both know that this doesn't smell right.
You need to understand the situation here. Our people were on the case when the prince was killed. We had advance warning and didn't stop it. Writing's on the wall.
They're looking at us. A State Department employee was involved.
Check today's classified briefing. No one's ever going to hear about Aaron Raleigh's part in this.
DCO is not going to take the fall.
Believe me, I sure as hell can't afford that kind of exposure. You're the secret police in a country that doesn't have a secret police.
Look, I don't like getting grilled by some congressional hearing any more than you do. But we're not going to step aside either.
We don't have much time. I'll run cover. But I want you to find out who did this and do it fast.
Off book?
No trace.
Keep going. Your feet's right there, stop.
She's clearly not doing anything.
And why did her cell phone have software to pilot a drone?
That's exactly my point. How could she be flying a drone in that moment?
Maybe a phone was hacked.
If it were, you'd be able to tell.
Drone could have been targeting a beacon.
And she accomplished all that because she's such a technical genius?
Either way, someone else had to be involved.
Someone else? It's clear that she's being set up here.
Where are we on Aaron Raleigh?
He dropped his tail about 30 minutes before the assassination.
And his cell went dark around the same time.
Dropped his tail, huh?
On foot, in the subway, according to Alpha Team.
That couldn't have been easy, Nelson. We had 4 units in rotation. He's either lucky or he had training.
Raleigh's been in State Department bureaucracy for 7 years. Nothing in his personnel file even hints at covert operative.
Dig into this guy's life, Maggie. Find him fast.
I'm already on it, sir.
We covered his apartment and his office. There's still no sign of him. We're gonna start checking hotels and talking to his friends.
Where's Crystal?
At JTTF?
Hani Jibril is still being questioned.
Mr. Bro, we found explosive residue at your apartment that was the same type used to assassinate Prince Aboud. That's not possible.
We can make a circumstantial case. It's where you armed the drone. That evidence alone is enough to convict you.
You need to talk to us.
Start by explaining that cell phone you were carrying.
What about it? I don't understand.
How you piloted the drone.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't kill Prince Aboud. I would have died too if it weren't for Sebastian Egan. I only wanted to make a public protest.
And you did. He got the message loud and clear.
I can't believe this is happening. Help yourself by telling us the truth. I wish to have an attorney, please.
That's not gonna happen.
It's my right!
You assassinated a Saudi prince on American soil.
You need to know that you may be extradited to Saudi Arabia to stand trial. Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. Walter, can you get her some water? You didn't know about the phone? Of course I didn't know. A man named Aaron Raleigh gave it to me. He said he wanted to help my cause against the kingdom. This is because of him. Please. Please believe me. I didn't do this. I believe you.
You'll meet your attorney at the courthouse before your arraignment.
I'm not guilty of this crime.
I'm inclined to believe that.
Then why won't you help me?
I'm trying.
I should have known not to trust a journalist.
I was undercover.
You lied to me.
I wasn't like that, Annie.
I don't believe you. I don't believe anything you say.
I won't let you burn for this.
I don't believe that most of all.
I'm pissed off, Nelson.
Good. The Director and Secretary of State briefed the President Officially, he's calling this a matter of justice. Unofficially, he wants Honey Jabril permanently silenced.
Obviously, the Saudis are putting pressure on them. Jabril was a known critic of the kingdom. You know, they're making this political.
Look, as far as they're concerned, she did it.
I'm telling you, sir, I looked her in the eye.
Get the facts so we can prove it. I don't have to tell you that the political tide is not in our favor here.
I think I got a lead on Aaron Raleigh. He's been dating this girl off and on for the last year. She's on the East Coast, but somebody's been using her apartment here in LA.
Sounds promising.
Martin and Rice are checking it out.
Right. Yeah. Awfully convenient.
No defensive wounds. Bruising around the neck, all consistent with suicide by hanging.
It's fully dressed, look. With bare feet.
Meaning what?
Check it between his toes.
Looks like an injection site.
With the right drug, you can stop that. No one's the wiser. Stage the suicide, case closed. Most autopsies will miss it.
You mind if I ask you how you know that?
Just do.
You're what my wife calls a poor communicator. I only wanted to help Hannah Jabril. I didn't know she would assassinate Prince Aboud and let my country down. I can't live with myself knowing what I was responsible for. Typed and unsigned.
Let's send us go. Not terribly convincing.
I agree.
I have a briefing this afternoon with DHS. The NTAS has just issued an elevated threat alert. And all 56 FBI field offices are mobilizing.
They'll cast a wide net. Catch nothing. And hang it all on Honey Jabril.
Or they may blame it all on us. The Attorney General's office is ordering us to turn over all files on this case. I'm so sick of this shit, Martin. I'm sorry, but as an FBI agent, we're supposed to follow the rules, right? I was taught to believe in the law. The Academy didn't cover what to do when people start twisting the law to support an injustice.
That's why I don't pay attention to the rules too much. Where are you going?
Spiller's office, meeting the state.
Just moments ago, where Prince Fahim released a statement condemning the murder of his cousin by Hani Jabril, whom he called a feminist radical and a danger to Islam.
Well, Fahim will use her to roll back everything Aboud has been trying to reform.
Sounds like motives to me.
And we have to be careful here, Martin. There are a million eyes on us, and we can't control what the truth is anymore. Whether or not it's going to line up for or against Fahim.
Hannah Jabril knows the truth. As long as she's alive, she represents a threat. You know as well as I, they're not going to let her live. They meant to kill her yesterday along with the prince. She's an inconvenient truth.
You're prepared to let an innocent woman hang for this. There are bigger stakes to consider here, Agent McGuire. Maybe that sounds callous to you, but this is the kind of spark that can ignite a war. We are treading carefully.
Try seeing it as a necessary sacrifice that could save many lives.
I'm afraid I don't.
Just to be clear, you're going to ignore Aaron Raleigh's involvement in this.
Mr. Raleigh's connection to the case will be suppressed per National Security Directive 947-3.
What do you think the fallout would be if we revealed a State Department employee was involved? He was involved. The Saudis are a key strategic ally. We're trying to mitigate a major diplomatic crisis here.
You're covering it up.
What do you think's going to happen if you lay all this on Hani Jabril? You understand things work a little differently in Riyadh.
We've evaluated the situation.
I transferred into DCO from the Middle East Division. I know what's going to happen. You will make female activists like her into targets. No one's going to be waiting for a verdict.
Thank you, Agent. We've noted the objection.
This could destabilize the Saudi monarchy, oil prices, entire economies around the world. Hani Jabril assassinated Prince Aboud. And you can either get on message, or the DCO can shoulder the responsibility for the operational failure that led to Prince Aboud's death.
I want to remind you, Agent McGuire, the matter regarding Hani Jabril has been classified for reasons of national security. Are we clear?
We don't need you to be okay with this. Good. Because I'm not.
Jabril was a known critic of the House of Saud.
As far as they're concerned, she did it. And I think everyone else is going to buy that story.
Now, we know that Aaron Rowley set her up.
What was Rowley's note of it?
That's the missing piece.
So now do we think that Rowley was working for the House of Saud? Or was it someone else that was trying to get Prince Aboud out the way?
I think I might know who. Before Aaron Raleigh joined the State Department, he worked briefly for an American oil company that had a huge contract for Saudi oil blocks. A couple of months ago, Arcadia bought that company. And right after the sale, Prince Aboud handed the rights to a Saudi company instead.
Then why did the prince meet with Arcadia?
Negotiating a settlement would be my guess.
Arcadia wanted the oil rights. The boot had to be removed. That's a start. What's the rest?
There's the problem. Their cybersecurity is about as airtight as the NSA.
But there's gotta be some type of way.
There's always a way, it just depends on how much way you can handle. There's a spyware program that I've used before. I could open a backdoor on Arcadia's firewall, give me remote access.
That's not a bad idea.
But we don't have a warrant.
Well, it's not a bad idea if you don't get caught.
After my meeting with Malloy, Maggie, you can't get caught trying to steal data.
Look into the camera, please.
Harris,
Yes, Major Harris.
we spoke on the phone. Tim Crosley, head of data security.
Okay.
I thought the FBI had already collected all the video surveillance from the attack.
They did. We did. But we found a glitch.
The glitch?
It's probably nothing, but I just need to check the backup server and make sure no one tampered with it.
There's no way someone could have done that.
I know, but we need to be thorough. I don't know if you saw the addendum to the subpoena that I sent over.
Addendum, no.
No? I'm sorry, I thought I sent it. Here's a scan of it. It's kind of hard to make out the judge's signature, but...
Follow me. Only Arcadia employees have clearance to access the mainframe.
Of course, I get it. Maybe you can do it for me.
What's the time code?
1505 to 1509.
Sometimes the glitch, as you call it, is just an error in the data transfer.
That's what I told them, but you know how they are.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it.
Good. I knew it was nothing. I actually need to download the data again so that our forensics can study it. Do you mind? I just need the 4 or 5 minutes around that, and I will be out of your hair.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your help. Hey! I need to talk to you, and you're probably gonna be mad when I tell you. Then I definitely don't want to hear it. But it's a big deal. And what? You promise you won't get mad? Maggie! Alright, you know how I told you I was gonna use the spyware on Arcadia's mainframe so I could access their highly secure and protected network? Yes. Alright, well, it turns out that the firewall was a little tough to get around. So you didn't get anything? No, I did. I just had to do it from inside the building. Inside? You broke into Arcadia. I did it based on my convictions that Honey Jabril is innocent. And newsflash, DCO's ass is on the line with this case, okay? And I would do it again. Am I in trouble? It all depends on what you got. I pulled this off the mainframe at Arcadia. The COO carefully documented a series of wire transfers to him from a front company that's linked to Prince Fahim. He's also got detailed disbursement schedules for payouts to Aaron Raleigh and operational funds for Ahmed Hassan. It goes back over a year. So Aaron Raleigh was a mole for Arcadia operating inside the State Department.
They're running a full-fledged covert operation to secure oil rights.
Or to keep all this as an insurance policy? That'd be my guess in case Prince Fahim tried to throw him under the bus.
Smoking gun evidence. Prince Fahim conspired with Arcadia to assassinate Prince Aboud.
Where'd you get all this?
I'd rather not say, sir.
So I'll assume the evidence was obtained illegally, which makes all of it inadmissible in court, whether it's true or not.
Prince Fahim is one of the wealthiest men in the world. Thinks he's above the law.
Well, the reality is that he is above the law.
Oh, we can't do this legitimately. But we can play politics too. Sebastian Egan can write a series of articles. It'll be a massive scandal for the prince.
Do you think Joust magazine can handle something this big?
Well, their editors kept the Sebastian Egan legend alive for years. It's the kind of story he lives for.
So we published the article, embarrassed Fahim, and we're still on the brink of an international crisis. And it's not gonna free Honey Jabril.
We'd have to catch Prince Fahim doing something illegal.
Exactly.
So what's the plan?
Make Prince Fahim try to kill me.
Well, no, I really don't care that you have no comments, Your Honor. You consistently sentence minors to a private detention center. You consistently sentence them there to a center in which you have a financial stake. So, I'm sorry, but we're running this story whether you comment or not.
And he hung up on me.
You're wearing a bullseye on your forehead, I see.
Well, if I wasn't pissing people off, I wouldn't be doing my job, would I? It was good to see you, Sebastian.
And you too, Julie. Now hurry up and pour me a bloody drink before I die of thirst. I need your help, Julie.
Oh, and here it comes.
You know the deal. I give you solid tips. You write articles in my name.
I'm not one of your criminal informants, and I really don't like working hand in hand with the FBI. It tends to invalidate my credibility as a journalist.
You're the only person outside the FBI that knows that Sebastian Egan is really an undercover agent.
It's the principle. I'm not a pawn of law enforcement.
No, you're an angry rebel who runs a popular magazine, who, by the way, has profited extensively from my info.
Okay, now you're being a jerk.
Well, see if you still think I'm a jerk after I give you this.
Well, let's see, last year you gave me a rabbit, the year before you gave me a live grenade, so the jerk thing didn't end.
I'm about to give you the story of a lifetime, my friend.
What are you into?
You've been following the Hani Jibril case.
I have. It's hard to believe that she killed anyone, let alone a prince.
She didn't.
I'm listening.
There's a lot more to the Prince Aboud story than you realize. I want to publish a couple of expose articles written by Sebastian Egan who proves Prince Fahim conspired to kill Aboud and intended to kill Hani Jibril as well.
Are you serious?
Damn right, I'm serious. Prince Fahim was jealous of his cousin Aboud, who was not only the dashing young and progressive face of modern Saudi Arabia, he also represented change. Few people knew that Aboud was secretly working to give women the right to vote in Saudi Arabia. Now, Hani Jibril confronted him about it earlier this year, and he promised her he'd push for suffrage inside the kingdom. Just think about if he'd done that.
Women voting in Saudi Arabia, that would be revolutionary. It's a total power shift.
It'd certainly guarantee Aboud's murder.
But he hadn't moved on that, so the real question is who knew?
Oh, Prince Fahim knew. He's a hardliner who stands with the old guard. He can't stomach the thought of women having equality in Saudi Arabia, and that's part of it. More importantly, Prince Aboud is the putative successor to the Saudi throne.
So in order for Fahim to take the title, he needed Aboud out of his way.
He took a shot in Los Angeles. The Arcadia Policy Council stood to make billions on a lucrative oil contract. That is until Aboud awarded the contract to a Saudi company instead. Fahim told Arcadia he would give them the contract once he seized power and became oil minister. The price was the assassination of his cousin. And Arcadia came up with the plan, and Hani Jibril was the perfect scapegoat. Prince Fahim and Arcadia knew she wouldn't miss an opportunity to confront Aboud on American television. Put him on the spot, forcing him to publicly commit to the promise he'd made to her. And now she's been framed for Aboud's murder.
Can you back any of this up?
I wouldn't be here if I couldn't.
I mean, Sebastian, this is the kind of story that ends governments.
Yes. And it'd be an exclusive for Joust magazine.
Well, you know the House of Saud does not take kindly to criticism. And you understand that by telling this story, you could get yourself killed. Or is that the idea?
Let's give the dragon a block. Publish the first article. See if they'll come after me.
We talked about this. We knew there would be news coverage.
This isn't news coverage, it's a hit job. It's embarrassing.
I read the article. Our name's in there too, Your Highness. This report is just citing anonymous sources.
The article says they have more information to publish. They say that with the next article, they will reveal a smoking gun. You'll have to intervene, Mr. Porter.
This isn't Saudi Arabia. You can't muzzle journalists here. That just makes things worse. Call your publicist.
Fine. If you can handle this, then I will.
I think that's an excellent idea, Your Highness.
So 2 networks are calling, want to interview you for their morning shows.
Too dangerous to put my face out there, don't you think?
I can't leave for a minute without you making trouble.
Hey, you want to talk trouble, blame this guy. Sebastian Egan, this is Ferris Adair. Ferris is with CMB World Service. He's covered the House of Saud for many years.
And you need no introduction, Mr. Egan. Congratulations on the peace.
Thank you. How do you guys know each other?
We met back in Egypt when I was just a stringer.
We've been in a few tight spots together.
Can we talk? I don't have to tell either one of you this, but you need to tread lightly.
We're taking precautions so you don't have to worry.
You have a very dangerous and powerful adversary, Mr. Egan. This isn't going after Nixon or Mugabe. Prince Fahim believes he's a vessel of Allah, and who happens to be one of the 10 richest people on Earth. You've got a tiger by the tail. I'm telling you this as one journalist to another.
Journalism isn't supposed to be easy or safe. Principled a bit.
I have a highly placed source in Saudi intelligence who tells me there will be an attempt on your life, Mr. Egan. This from a credible source within the GIP.
I appreciate the warning, but we are aware of the risk.
Fahim is determined to suppress this reporting. He's very powerful, and with many proxies he can use as plausible deniability. This is serious. Just wanted to make sure you took full measure of the danger. Sometimes there are stories better left untold.
He was born in Dubai to a wealthy family in the oil business, educated at Oxford, and he's been working for CNB since the 90s.
He went to boarding school with Prince Fahim, so he was sending a message to his old buddy.
Oh, yeah. Threat.
Yeah, it means you're getting under his skin.
Martin, Crystal, in my office now.
I'm sure you've seen this.
Fine piece of journalism, I thought.
It's created a diplomatic shitstorm for the State Department. I just spent the last hour being threatened with sanctions by the Saudi ambassador. The article cites evidence about the detonator used in the bomb that killed Prince Aboud. Evidence that could only come from someone inside the investigation.
Sounds like a reporter who values his privacy to me.
Undercover or not, you leaked classified information. There will be criminal charges filed. That I can promise you.
Need I remind you, Agent Malloy, that the Sebastian Egan legend is covered under the Intelligence Identities Protection Act.
Which means you can't reveal that Martin is Sebastian Egan. And there's that pesky First Amendment. Oh, I've already got attorneys at Justice working on a motion to compel, trust me.
This plan of yours better work.
We've got the Saudis interested. Just have to set the hook.
Paris. Over here. Where's Drake?
I don't know, he should have been here. Sorry for the cloak and dagger routine.
Sebastian, are you okay?
You were right about that tiger. He doesn't like it when you grab his tail. You didn't see any cameras on your way, did you?
No.
I scouted, but I just wanted to double check. Bloody paranoid these days. You don't have a cell line.
I left it just as you asked.
They can listen in with a microphone when you switched on, you know. Look, you don't mind if I pat you down here? I do apologize. I just can't take any chances. Bloody criminal.
What's going on?
I got hard proof that Prince Fahim conspired with the Arcadia Policy Council to assassinate Prince Aboud.
Hard proof?
It's all on here. Bank transfers connecting Fahim to Arcadia. Just follow the money. To smoke and gun, as it were. Look, I want you to run with this, if anything happens to me.
Why are you trusting me with this?
Drake trusts you. I trust Drake. Don't worry, you're not the only one I've given it to.
Other journalists?
You don't really want to know that, do you?
No, I suppose not.
Hey, wait till you see what's on the drive. I've got dead to rights. Monday, the story drops, that's when we publish.
3 days. Where are you until then?
Down a very dark rabbit hole, my friend. I've got to fly to San Francisco tomorrow morning. One last interview, button this up. Fly back tomorrow night.
Be careful, Sebastian.
I know.
You're not flying commercial, are you?
Hey, don't worry. I use an airless.
You got a second? Have a seat. I don't know how to say this. I've been digging into Martin's life. On Martin's orders. On my own. And what I found was strange. According to his file, he was in the hospital after a car accident in 2004. But when Martin called Gates from Houston, he said he thought he was in Iraq at that time.
It was around February 2004. Nelson, I think I was there.
What do you mean? It's like his whole life is a fabrication. Before 2004, every assignment he had, it's impossible to source it. Every contact listed was either dead or I couldn't find them, and if I can't find them, then they don't exist. When I cross-referenced Martin's birth record, school, history, service reports with his personnel file, I found small discrepancies. What are you saying? I'm saying that I think something's being covered up here. If I were to construct a legend for a DCO agent, it would look a lot like Martin's life. Let me figure out how to deal with this. For now, keep it between us.
I've engaged our communications firm to start spinning the transfer of funds as consulting fees, part of the larger protection deal.
I'm not interested in spin doctors, Mr. Porter. I'm interested in preventing the release of this information.
Ferris told us that Egan has given the evidence to several other sources. Even if we kill him, the story will get out.
We just need to have a few words with Mr. Egan, convincing that publication is not in his best interest.
What if you let him go and he writes about how you roughed him up? That's fuel on the fire.
Mr. Egan won't be in the mood to write anything once I have finished.
How are you going to find him?
We know Egan is traveling back to Los Angeles under an alias, a Mr. George Holden. I am confident that he can be persuaded to drop the story.
We must stop this information from getting out.
So you'll pretend to arrive back in LA from San Francisco, and sometime within the next 24 hours,
I'll be kidnapped. Well, that's the hope.
The FBI attack team will be there to rescue you.
And then we'll start flipping.
what if they're just assassins?
They'll want to find out who I gave the intelligence to first. I don't expect they'll kill me. At least not straight away. Thank you.
There are a lot of ways for this to go wrong.
Unless we can get a Booth's assassin, all we have is circumstantial evidence that will be lured away. Don't worry, I'll be fine. I'll have on Kevlar, of course. And with this, I'm sure I'll be easy to keep track of.
We read you, Martin. There you are.
Audio and video feeds are up. We have eyes and ears.
Copy that, we got ours too. We got his back.
Looks like I'm your guy.
George Holden.
Hi, Bashir.
Hi.
Let me take your bags.
Oh, thank you.
Follow me, please.
Maggie, you got this?
I'm running facial recognition now.
It's just right over here.
We have a positive ID on the suspect, Bashir al-Khanazir. He's a Syrian national on the terror watch list. I'll alert Martin.
It's like a digital leash. That's in the bloody river on there. Ah, thank you. You know where I'm going?
The offices of Just Magazine in Santa Monica.
You got it.
Martin and the suspect are on the move. We're on the limo, heading north out of LAX onto World Way. Suspect heading north on Sepulveda.
Hey, what's he doing?
There's no way he spotted us.
Where are you going?
It's a shortcut to the freeway.
Let's pull over. Maggie, where is he? Just turned right on Manchester. Just making another right on Truxton.
He's making deliberate turns.
Counter surveillance pattern. He's looking for a tail.
I'm just gonna wait here.
Why are you stopping? He's checking to see if he's being followed. Trust me. He turned right on 87th, left on Sepulveda East Way. He's turning right on La Tijera. He's going in a circle. Okay, he's turning right on Sepulveda again. You should see him any second. It's a good call.
I thought you said we were taking a shortcut.
Sorry, wrong street. I was confused.
Oh, that's reassuring.
Don't worry. We'll be there soon.
Right.
We're stopped at the corner of Sepulveda and El Camino.
Yeah, we got him. It's a red light.
What is he doing?
Shit, he's running the red.
Maggie, don't lose him. They turned right on 74th.
Hold on.
Maggie. They turned left on Naylor. We're 30 seconds out.
Maggie, what happened? Where is he?
The signal's gone.
Well, get it back.
What's going on?
We lost the signal on Naylor.
Get up there now.